The Army released a statement saying the area has been secured and an investigation into the incident is underway. More information will be released 24 hours following next of kin notification. Our sincere condolences go out to the families and friends of the deceased. Now, the Army says Special Operations Command conducted the routine training and that the incident involved an aircraft. The Union Tribune is reporting it was a Black Hawk helicopter like the ones pictured here. Also, that the training accident was at San Clemente Island, which has a training facility used by special ops units. The island is also under the command of Naval Base Coronado. Right now, the Army is neither confirming nor denying the incident happened around the island. If that's the case, this is the second deadly military training exercise there in less than a month. At the end of July, as you remember, 8 Marines and a sailor from Camp Pendleton died while training after their amphibious assault vehicle sank in the water while returning to a ship after leaving the island. Again, the Army reporting 2 soldiers killed, 3 others injured. No other updates until after family is notified. An Army spokesperson told us the next update could come possibly later this weekend. Outside Naval Base Coronado, Jason Sloss, Fox 5 News.
All right, Jason, thank you. The Patriot Guard riders were among those honoring a Marine today who was killed in that training accident you just referred to near San Clemente Island last month. Lance Corporal Chase Sweetwood was honored with a funeral procession to Miramar National Cemetery this morning. The Patriot Guard riders took part in that procession. They're a group of bikers dedicated to honoring fallen heroes and veterans. Sweetwood was one of 9 service members who died on July 30th when that amphibious assault vehicle sank into the ocean during a training exercise, as Jason talked about. Thousands of people, meanwhile, rallied in our nation's capital today, calling for racial justice and an end to police brutality. The rally included family members of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Jacob Blake. And it comes on the 57th anniversary of the March on Washington and the I Have a Dream speech by Martin Luther King Jr. Emily Schmidt takes us there.
History echoing on the National Mall.
This is the commitment march in the spirit of 1963.
But for many gathered on Friday, it also seems to be repeating.
The progress we celebrated then is imperiled yet again.
Jacob Blake Sr. says his father was at the first march. Now he is here because his son, Jacob Blake Jr., was shot multiple times in the back at close range by a Kenosha police officer last weekend. He's hospitalized, and his father says he's paralyzed from the waist down and asking tough questions.
Why did they shoot me so many times? And I said, baby, they weren't supposed to shoot you at all.
2 Kenosha police officers are now on administrative leave, and the shooting is under investigation. The Blake shooting joins a summer of headline-making incidents between police and people of color that have sparked protests around the world. But despite the growing chorus for change, President Trump did not publicly mention Blake's name during the Republican National Convention.
We must never allow mob rule.
Blake's father says the family spoke for about an hour with Democratic ticket nominees Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, who are speaking out.
We have an opportunity to make history right here and right now.
The White House says efforts have been made to connect Trump with the Blake family. Meanwhile, in Washington, history marches on. I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.
And here at home, local activists and black leaders came together near Lemon Grove this afternoon to also mark the anniversary of the March on Washington. The event was led by the People's Alliance for Justice and the Broadway Heights Community Council. Organizers say they wanted to denounce the shooting of Jacob Blake and to call on local leaders to address racial injustice.
And we call on our local elected officials to stand with the black community. Stop running around and hiding from the reality that we need you to stand with us. Because every time you turn around, Mr. Robinson, Cherie, it's always the black community that stands with everyone else.
They're also calling on law enforcement agencies in our county to adopt further de-escalation reforms and stronger body camera policies. Still ahead on Fox 5, new images of the widespread destruction from Hurricane Laura as the death toll rises. Plus, when the NBA playoff games are now expected to resume following a boycott by players.
And we got a lot of sunshine and warmth out there, but coming up, I'll let you know when to expect a cool down on the way.
You're watching the Fox 5 News at 5. watching the Fox 5 News at 5.
What was once Hurricane Laura has now moved away from the Gulf Coast, but left behind some devastating damage in its wake. The storm is now being blamed for the death of 10 people. More than 500,000 were asked to evacuate, and now some are coming home to see what Laura left behind. President Trump is expected to visit that region this weekend as well, and Jonathan Seri takes us to Louisiana.
Can't find anybody to talk to. Can't find a gas station.
People across the Gulf Coast returned to the devastation left behind by Hurricane Laura. The storm barreled over Lake Charles, Louisiana, flattening homes and businesses. Gusts up to 132 miles per hour snapped trees, bent lampposts, and scattered debris. Structures that did survive suffered extensive damage from floodwaters.
All the windows in the living room are blown out. All that side basically survived, and this side is the one that got the damage, and the leaves and the glass.
Heavy rain fell for hours in parts of Texas and Louisiana as Laura moved through. But the unsurvivable storm surge originally forecast was lower than expected. Rescue crews say it made navigating the devastated region easier.
Doing the rescues weren't necessarily out of boats. It's hard navigating some of the streets, with the devastation out there, down lines and trees.
Laura weakened as it moved away from the coast, but still caused extensive damage to trees and power lines in Arkansas and Mississippi. Hundreds of thousands remain without electricity, and officials estimate it could take days to fully assess the damage. People say they know it will be a long road to rebuild.
Our lives as we know them right now are not the same. We have limited resources. I promise you, to this community, we're going to be fine.
Laura will move toward the mid-Atlantic over the weekend before exiting on the East Coast. In Lake Charles, Louisiana, Jonathan Seri, Fox News.
Right back here at home in California, evacuees of the LNU Lightning Complex fire are returning to see what damage was left behind as a result of those massive fires. It was a tough day for so many as they came back to see their belongings and pieces are gone. But as many pick up what's left, some are actually lucky to find their homes still standing.
It must be a miracle or something, I mean, if you look around, all the neighbors, they lost everything. Everything. This is extremely thankful.
Well, the LNU fire has burned more than 370,000 acres. It's 35% contained. It's the second biggest fire in California history. New details now on a story we've been following throughout the week as police have now identified the Chula Vista woman who died under suspicious circumstances. Authorities say 33-year-old Laura Rodriguez was found dead in the roadway on Shasta Street around midnight on Thursday. Her death still remains a mystery, though, at this hour. Family members are urging the public, if they know or saw anything, to come forward. As migrants wait at the U.S.-Mexico border, there are new reports that errors and inconsistencies are being made in asylum claims. Salvador Rivera spoke with San Diego Union Tribune reporter Kate Morrissey about her experiences across the border.
Tijuana is now home to a lot of families like this one, people who arrived in the border region to seek asylum in the United States.
I've met asylum seekers from all over the world doing my work in San Diego.
Reporter Kate Morrissey has done more than just meet asylum seekers. She has spent about 18 months of her life documenting and learning about the asylum system in this country.
My job as a journalist, when I talk to people, is to understand their story as best I can and just try to, listen and see each person I speak to as the full human that they are.
Morrissey and fellow journalists at the San Diego Union Tribune looked at cases from the last 10 years. Their findings have been published in a series of articles called Returned. They discovered a very inconsistent system where most are denied asylum based on many factors such as country of origin, where courts are located, and where people might be held.
Here in San Diego, we have Otay Mesa Detention Center right here close to the city, but in many other parts of the country, the detention centers are hours outside of the closest big city where you would, think that a group of immigration attorneys might have practices. And on top of that, you have this sort of lottery of judges who can have very different perspectives on on how these cases should go. And really what I see this project as looking at is this system that was created with a certain intention actually living up to that intention? And so far, it seems like the answer is no. I would encourage people to continue to learn about and try to better understand the system as we're having these conversations, so that the asylum system can be a part of that larger conversation to protect the most vulnerable people on this planet from its worst atrocities. And right now, it's very arbitrary whether or not it actually does that.
Salvador Rivera, Border Report.
All right, still ahead here at 5 o'clock, coronavirus at the Republican National Convention after 4 people test positive. Plus, more than half of all travel and tourism jobs in the U.S. have been lost because of this pandemic. We have a look at the solutions being proposed right now.
Shorewitz Law Group presents today's Market Update. You're watching the Fox 5 News at 5. You're watching the Fox 5 News at 5.
CAL FIRE crews battled a small brush fire that broke out near the border this morning. The fire spread to about 2 acres near Otay Lakes Road in Chula Vista before firefighters then got it under control. No homes or structures were threatened and no one was hurt, and the cause of the fire is under investigation. Hey, it's the weekend now, and finally we have some changes in our weather. We've been waiting for quite some time, Liberty.
Yes, some relief from the heat on the way finally this weekend. But right now, as you can see across the county, we're still pretty warm, enjoying that sunshine. In Chula Vista, you're at 73 degrees, 75 for you in San Marcos, warmer in Escondido at 85, 82 in Poway, and 85 for you as well in El Cajon. So if you want to head to the beaches tomorrow, this weekend, to enjoy these slightly cooler temperatures, here is your surf report for tomorrow. You'll see a mixed swell out there from 2 to 4 feet, low tide at under a foot, high tide at just above 4 feet, and the water temperature at 63 to 71 degrees. And take a look at this gorgeous pic of the day coming in from Don Biadog from Carmel Mountain Ranch, getting this amazing shot of this hummingbird who is enjoying the sunshine. And as I mentioned, we are in store for a cool down. So here's the deal. We'll get that relief from the heat this weekend. So this weekend will be a nice one to enjoy. Will be 1 to 5 degrees below average, and because of a low pressure system, we'll see fog and low coastal clouds return for the weekend. And then after the comfortable temperatures this weekend, we're in store for yet another warm up ahead. So let's take a look at those temperatures coming up. As you can see, on Saturday will be 77 degrees for you at the coast. Then comes Sunday, we're going to dip down to 74 degrees, and Sunday is expected to be the coolest day of the week, and then we'll warm up again next week. I'll send it to you, Andrew.
Liberty, thank you. Still ahead on Fox 5 as San Diego begins to reopen with new rules unveiled today. One major attraction is left wondering what happens next for them. Plus, a slow comeback for casinos leads to a major Las Vegas resort cutting tens of thousands of jobs. We'll take you there. And a peach recall expanded. What else? Health officials are urging people not to eat because it could make you sick.
You're watching the Fox 5 News at 5. Live from San Diego, this is the Fox 5 News at 5.
If you're just joining us, the big news tonight, new reopening rules laid out today by Governor Newsom. But despite that update from the governor this afternoon, many San Diego County businesses are left wondering what comes next for them, including Legoland and Carlsbad. Our Jeff McAdam has the plea from local leaders.
Over the past few weeks, we've been on a downward trajectory, the virus numbers heading downward. And so local business leaders, local politicians here in North County had hoped the governor would say Friday that businesses could fully reopen and maybe by a certain date. That certainly wasn't something he brought up in Friday's press conference. The hotel and big shop are back open at Legoland and Carlsbad, but one part, maybe the best part, still remains closed.
I feel sad. I didn't get to go inside the rides.
Why not?
Because it's closed because of the coronavirus.
Yes, I think everything should be reopened.
Yeah. Families visiting the park Friday afternoon. The county supervisor, Jim Desmond, stopped by earlier Friday morning to echo the thoughts of the 4 North County mayors standing next to him.
We all sent a letter to the governor's office asking for standards that all businesses can follow and therefore be allowed to open.
2 hours later, Governor Gavin Newsom stepped to the microphone, laying out a new 4-step reopening plan, with counties able to progress through if their case rate and their percentage of positive tests remain down. Supervisor Desmond believes it looks to be a longer, more cautious process than the previous one.
Well, it was disappointing for me. I thought I was hopeful for better criteria. And like I said, we just got off the watch list. Schools are opening. I was hoping, okay, let's get some businesses and restaurants open. But this was it's a new set of rules that we have to figure out, and it's more frustrating. I'm getting emails in my office today from a few companies that are saying, we're done, we're closing. This is it.
Some outdoor businesses remain open for the time being, like attractions like SeaWorld and the San Diego Zoo. And considering how many people the industry employs, Supervisor Desmond hoped amusement parks like Legoland would get the green light too. But the governor had no specific update.
We are working with them. We set our discussions aside on that. They're forthcoming. It is a very dynamic conversation, and so we didn't include it in the update today. That is a separate conversation. One of my afternoon meetings is in this space, and we're actively looking to see where we land on that.
You heard the governor there. He said Friday afternoon he'd have discussions with amusement parks, trying to figure out where they're heading next, so it's possible an update could come by next week. We'll let you know if that happens.